welcome to another edition of Sparky Help, this time mastering Pythagoras and trigonometry. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. Many thanks. So let's start with an easy thing to help remember is SOH CAH TOA. And as you can see, they're into threes. And how does that actually work? Well, each formula, SOH, as in sine equals opposite over hypotenuse, and cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent is opposite over adjacent. How does this work with regards to adjacent and hypotenuse and opposite? Well, there's a right angled triangle and there's an angle on this particular one here, which we represent by theta. The longest line of the triangle always is the hypotenuse as shown, and therefore the side next to the angle adjacent to it is the adjacent, and lo and behold, the one opposite the angle becomes the opposite, depending where the angle happens to be. Now, how about the formulas then? How can we apply those? Well, they can go into a triangle for ease. So if you want to find the adjacent, then obviously just cover the top and it becomes cosine of the angle multiplied by hypotenuse. If you want to find the hypotenuse, then it's adjacent over the cosine. And this can be applied to all of them, to a simple triangle. So remember, SOH CAH TOA. So let's have a look. Here's a hypotenuse, there's the angle, adjacent and opposite on a right angle triangle. If we move the angle, then the opposite, which was before, now becomes the adjacent, and the one that was adjacent becomes the opposite. Remember, the opposite is always opposite the angle. The hypotenuse does not change. So let's have a look with a calculation. Let's put an angle in. We've got the adjacent. We've got the hypotenuse, which we'll put at 6 centimetres, and we're going to use a formula, and we need a formula that's got those in, and I'm going to use the cosine because we've got the adjacent and the hypotenuse. Let's go to our triangle. We want to find the adjacent, so it becomes the cosine times the hypotenuse. Cos of 36, so put cosine 36 multiplied by 6 gives you 4.85 centimetres. That leaves one side to go. Find the opposite of this angle. Which one can we use this time? Well, what we'll go with sine, which is opposite over hypotenuse. So we want to find the opposite, so it becomes hypotenuse times sine. And the sine of 36 multiplied by 6 equals 3.53 centimetres. Now you can use any formula providing you know at least two of them in. I just happened to pick the first two. Putting that in then gives us 3.53 centimetres. What about finding an angle? In order to know that, we need to know some sides. So we've got all the sides here. So it's pick a formula. Which one would you prefer to use? We'll go for cosine first of all, and that becomes adjacent over hypotenuse. So that becomes 8 divided by 10. And that gives you a cosine of the angle of 0.8, but we want to know the angle. So we have to do a cos to the minus 1 of 0.8. How does that work? We're putting it in the calculator. Just so we're all sure, we do the calculation, that gives you 0.8. Now we want the shift cosine, which is to give you the cos to the minus 1. So shift, and then cosine of 0.8, so put the 0.8 in, and then press equals, and that will give you your angle, and apply that to all of them. We could have applied another formula. We could have done sine, which is opposite over hypotenuse, and that becomes 6 over 10. Becomes 0.6. Sine to the minus 1, 38.6 gives 38.6. And we could have used tangent, which is opposite over adjacent. Now let's have a look at Pythagoras. Pythagoras, probably most people have heard of, is the square of the sides. So the square of a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And that goes looking like this. C squared equals a squared plus b squared. But we don't want loads of squares, so we square root all of one side. So it becomes c is equal to the square root of a squared plus b squared. So let's put this into practice. Now, sitting guilds and other examinations quite like this one because this is what's known as a 3, 4, 5 triangle. So a squared plus b squared and the square root of gives us c. So 3 and 4, put into the formula, square them and then square root your answer, gives us 5. This is a great way for setting out right angles on plots or buildings or anything else you need to find a right angle on. Let's go again. So we've got two different ones. This time we've got the hypotenuse and we want to find the other side, the missing side. So we've got to rearrange the formula. First thing to do is get rid of the square root so it becomes squares. Now we can leave the squares on there and just basically subtract one from the other. I think 10 is the biggest number. That's the biggest side. So it becomes the biggest number, the hypotenuse minus b. Now we've got to get rid of the squares. And we put the square root back over the other side again. So it's just adding up and subtracting, that's all you're doing. And then we put the numbers in, so that becomes 10 squared minus 6 squared and square root the answer of that. So that becomes 8. So this has been Sparky Help. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you very much.